When you get high amounts of dopamine from learning and reading, you know shit is about to explode. Finally, yesterday we get to realize something. Another breakthrough in this week. Things are happening. And we were just masterminding with my girlfriend. We were in a seminar writing down notes for hours and hours. We were like, yo, but this has never happened. This has never happened. We were able to write down notes for hours and hours, and we still are able to focus and absorb all this information. And we're thinking, why is that? Because everything we do is purposely driven. Literally, we live 90% purpose, 10% pleasure. All the routines are purposely driven. They're non-negotiables right now. And there is no any pleasure in our life. We are not even eating fucking daily ice cream what we were eating last year. Nothing like that. Everything is purposely driven. And we are going through such a sacrifice that we are actually getting so much dopamine from that sacrifice. And this is such a good feeling, because if you really look, nothing can control us. We are not controlled by any social media. We are not controlled by Netflix, porn. We are not controlled by any drugs. We're healthy. Everything is fantastic. And we are able to actually learn and get this information ourselves, and we are able to grow. And that was so crazy to realize, because I remember myself like years ago trying to sit down for 30 minutes, trying to learn and take notes from video. It was impossible. It was not easy. I needed to scroll in between. My focus was fucked up because I always wanted to seek for that quick dopamine. But now my brain is so focused. It also absorbs all this information much more, and I'm able to learn much faster just because I don't have any pleasure in my life. And learning and reading books, that's my new pleasure. And it's so cool feeling, because you finally see yourself growing or becoming the version that you always wanted to be. And I always wanted to get rid of the social media. I always wanted to get rid of all the fucking binge watching shit like YouTube, porn, Netflix. It's all of my life. And the last struggle was the food. I was always binge eating. Whenever emotions were low, I always went for pizza. I always ordered some burgers. I'm not doing like that. I'm sticking to my own meals now. I'm sticking to my fasting window, and I'm not breaking it. 90% purpose, 10% pleasure, the best thing ever. Because literally you have to trick your brain for a purpose. You don't want to give your brain pleasure, because if you seek pleasure, that's all your brain will want. It will want more pleasure, and you'll not be able to control yourself. And when you're not able to control yourself, you're not going to be able to live the life you want, because someone else has control over you. And I have to say, this was not an easy journey. It was a long time for me to get rid of all devices. It was a long time for me to get rid of all the bad habits, but it was totally worth it. I can tell you that the brain right now I have, how I feel inside is just an incredible feeling. I'm so calm, so collected. Even though there were some adversity in my life right now, I was still able to keep my positive thoughts. I was still aiming for that goal, and nothing could derail me. Which is really important, because previously I would just seek more pleasure, and that pleasure seeking would lead to the big vices, and that would just destroy me, get me into the guilt, and I would not be able to get myself out of it. But now when I'm in control of my emotions, I'm in control of my results. And I know you can do the same for you. You just need to break that fucking loop. You need to know where you're headed to, and then you need to put your routines and your non-negotiables in place so you actually work on your purpose. And you stop fucking living for that pleasure. Because that pleasure later on will be the pain.